Y'all think I need a technic shot? We family now. I went to sleep on live. We's family. The disrespect. Can you go get my pillow? My favorite pillow. Go get my pillow for me. I would switch rooms, but there's a TV in here. I don't know what I should watch. I should be taking a nap so I can go back out. Grand Rising. I fell asleep on live. Like a turd. I asked you to go get me one thing and you act like you couldn't do it. I just asked you to get my teddy bear. My dog's so fucking lazy. I low-key miss working overnight. How could you? No, I don't. Not after that creature I saw last night. I smell toothpaste. Stitch is the best.
See this many hobbits. Back in the olden days, they would see 200 baddies in their whole life. And now it's like they are desensitized. The problem is, y'all let social media think you had all these.
Oh, I think I know everything because the evidence is everywhere.
Is not real. This is the most baddie saturated era in human history. Back in the day, your dating options were probably the nice girl from church who sat a few pews down, or the handsome young man who held the door open for you at the grocery store, or maybe even the delivery man who smiled a little too long when he handed you your package. It was limited, it was human, but it was enough. Fast forward to today, you can scroll past 35 faces on Tinder before you even brush your teeth. And you may be thinking, isn't this a good thing? There are so many options, that means everybody can find their true love, right? Wrong, because too many options isn't creating more love. It's actually killing it.
Let me turn up.
So get those out for free, but hopefully at the end of
Ooh,
this
I
video,
like
we
you.
can
I'm gonna
best
subscribe.
see
I like how you put
step.
that.
Social media has created this illusion that
She
there's
classy.
just always someone out there that's better, and that illusion is changing everything.
Social media has made us feel.
Are you guys here for the halftime show?
Oh no, we're here to help people.
Social media ruined America.
So that's why the emu
This is true.
Yes.
Not me though.
Like there's always better.
And
Syndrome. Boy, it's crazy. Now it's kind of like, yeah, she's nice, but this one's got a bigger. This one's got bigger. Social media has made things, I think, are more accessible.
yeah, because instead of people just seeing each other as human beings, it's starting to become like scrolling through a menu. You glance over the menu, see something you like, you may want to sample it, if you catch my drift. But if you don't enjoy the full meal, what are you gonna do? You're gonna push it aside and order a new one.
These young girls, they have so many options for guys. So these young girls, they around with guys are disposable. They don't give it because they have too many options. And it's literally like abundance times 1,000.
Dating apps make it seem like endless options are a win, but the real win is when does. Cash Draft is an app where you basically play fun mobile games and actually cash out real money. No credit card needed, no collecting data, no hidden fees, just quick, easy money. And the rewards don't just stop at cash. You can also grab coupons and deals from your favorite brands like Nike and Starbucks. All you have to do is download the app. It's completely free and trusted by millions of users. And then you're gonna pick a game to play. For me, I picked Domino Dreams because it is addicting in the best way. Then Cash Draft is gonna track your game progress and reward you with gems. I was able to get 10,000 gems from this game alone. Not to mention there are other games that have an even higher
But how much is each
so I currently
gem
have
worth?
14,378 gems. So I have the option to cash out on PayPal, Walmart, Amazon, using coupons, and so much more. In the rewards tab, we're gonna tap on Amazon, and now I have a 45% off coupon at Amazon, and I'm definitely gonna use it to up on some hair products because y'all see the curls. If you want to start earning while you play, download Cash Draft using my link at the top of the description box.
Bible Joe, do you have anger issues?
Code right here on screen. You'll
Don't come trying to take your anger issues out on me.
As a welcome bonus when you sign up using my link. Because if you're going to be on your phone anyway, you might as well be earning while you play instead of scrolling for something else. Something else being endless, attractive people. Back in the olden days, maybe
I love
20,
looking at
30
the
years
dynamics
ago,
of
I'm only
relationships. I'm
20-something, so
obsessed
fact check
with
me because I was
studying
still in diapers.
men
But
and
your
women
dating pool was who you bumped
interactions.
into
I
at work,
really
maybe
am.
at school,
I
some
love getting to
friends.
know
And you
the
kind of
other men.
had
I love
to
getting to know
put
men,
in
and I
the
love
work
getting to
to
know
find your
different
true
types of
match.
In
women.
the 70s and 80s, meeting someone meant putting yourself
Right now,
out
they're
there.
talking
You
about how
started a
social media has
conversation that
completely
averted your
changed
black eyes
the
at the
social
bar,
fabric
or
of our
nervously
lives.
dial their home phone number after getting it from a mutual friend. There was no swiping. There were no
Now
algorithms.
everybody got
It was
so
just
many
good old-fashioned
options
courage and luck.
If they weren't your
and
type,
exposure to
maybe
so
not a
much
match,
that they don't know
tough
what to
luck.
do.
You either settled or waited until fate
I mean,
brought
I might
you
as
your
well watch from the
person.
bleachers
That's
because I'm not
until
getting in the
dating
game,
apps
coach.
came onto the scene.
So I
Apps
like just
like
seeing what
Tinder,
everybody else
Hinge,
doing.
Bumble suddenly turned what used to be rare into something endless. So instead of maybe meeting someone at school, at work, on the bus, now you have a
Yeah,
whole lineup
work
of
bay used to
strangers in
be
your pocket
used to be
waiting to be
lit.
swiped on. Suddenly, Love stopped being a slow burn.
But now I
just
got on
settled
a job,
into.
cause
It was
fuck,
something
oh
quick that
fuck
you could find
everybody
straight
on
from
the
your
job
phone.
if
And at
they let
first
'em.
glance, people thought this
My
was
old homeboy used to
amazing
smash all the
because
girls
that
at work.
excitement of my dream man may bump into me at work
That one
turned
that used to
into
teach me
my
about
dream
like
man is right here
how
in my
men really
phone.
think.
Y'all are always asking me where
Well,
can
how
I
he really
find the
think. Let's
men that
not
I
talk
be
about
talking
old man.
to. I just find them online, okay? And ain't nothing better, no better dating app than the OG Tinder, okay?
The best dating app is
It's her
Hinge.
on Tinder
They
acting
literally
like
say the
all them
app that's
niggas
meant to
not
be
sitting
dated.
around plotting on her.
If you cannot find somebody on Hinge, it might just be you and your profile.
But here's where it flipped. Because at
Hinge,
first, it
I've
really
never been
did
on a
feel
dating
like
app. Oh my
something
god, I
about
should
true
get on a
love
dating app,
online.
y'all.
But then it stopped
That'd be
being
fucking
about true
hilarious. I should
love. It
vlog
just
my
started
experience on a
being
dating
about
app.
swiping through everyone.
Today I'm swiping right on every girl using Bumble.
Yeah, it's
Cute,
like
hot, ugly, and
it gives me
everything in
nostalgic
between.
or
Out
antique
below my
vibes.
standards
That's just
completely.
it's
How well would I do?
used
Hear
to
me
see these
out.
in like
You could
older
have the
homes.
best first date of your life.
I feel
Y'all
like
both have the
my
same
mom's
humor.
ex
You're finishing each other's
used to have
sentences like
one
it's
in
a
his house.
cheesy rom-com. Everything
But this
is
is my
going
first time ever
great.
seeing it
But
in
by
a
the time you
bedroom.
get home,
I love it
you
from
get
the
a
other side more
notification.
than
Your
on this
phone
side.
lights up.
It's
And
over
it
top of, it's
reminds
a
you that
diamond
there
over top
are
of the
30
stairwell.
other
Oh,
contenders
it's
waiting. And
and I love
suddenly,
when you
that
see the
person
TV
that you
reflect
just
on it
shared
from
a
the other
special
side.
moment with, it isn't seeming that special anymore.
Nowadays, you go on a really good date, you come home, you scroll social media. Oh, that
It's like
girl's
a
hot.
fake
Boom,
window,
new
I
hinge
guess
match.
you would
All of a
say.
sudden, the date that you went on that was really good,
Oh,
that
and
you
the
love
kids
to
put a bunch
follow
of
it,
stickers
is
all
no
over it.
longer relevant, and you're on to the next one.
Here's where the term illusion of options comes in. We live in a time where you can swipe so much, have endless choices of love and partners, that commitment stops feeling like a blessing and becomes more of a curse.
That's not everybody burning though.
Now we
Not
have
me.
many people not wanting to settle, not wanting to be
No
tied down in
judgment.
serious relationships
It's
because
just the
they don't
truth.
want to close the door on possibilities that they've never
I'm
even
trying to
met
settle
yet.
down and be loyal, but
That's
it's
why
just
they
too many
cheat. That's why they
options.
leaving their husband, leaving their wife, can't have
Girl,
children. Because a lot of people can't handle the options. It's too many
I
options out
get
there.
it.
There's too much candy in the candy shop. All right, serious question.
It's too
Why
much
did
candy in the
this generation
candy
go
shop.
from until death do us part to
Oh, he cute, y'all. He
until
cute.
I'm dissatisfied?
Cause we think we got all these options. You know how many women in my DM right now? Why the f would I compromise on something with you when I could go out here and get a woman who don't care about it?
So you may hear phrases like, why settle for less? Don't let your boyfriend stop you from meeting your husband.
My ex was a great guy. Like, even after we broke up, still sending me flowers to my apartment. You know, like, just a great guy, but for somebody else. And we didn't break up because of anything that he did to me, anything that I found out, or anything that I did to him. We literally broke up because just small things that led me to understand.
No, I worked overnight one day this week, so it kind of knocked off my sleep schedule. I got some sleep unexpectedly on my overnight shift, and then I just helped my sister with the kids getting out the door. So kids energized me. When was your last relationship? My last relationship was my marriage.
What if there's someone taller? What if there's someone prettier? What if there's someone richer?
Stop questioning me, Papa Joe.
There's always a better man. I'm telling you. And y'all be so stuck on the wrong
Say no, let me be
Y'all gotta
nice.
start putting y'all
My last
in a
relationship
position
was
to
2
get the
years
right
ago.
one. Be open to meeting a better man because there's always a better man.
A lot of you are moving like they're about to drop.
I cut my friend off the beginning of this year.
I don't know what some of
So
y'all
I've been
are.
lonely
You
since
got somebody
March.
trying to be with you, trying to work it out with you, trying to communicate with you, trying to go out there wait for you, and you think that there is something better.
It's the grass is greener on the other side on steroids. Because now it's not just maybe there's someone better out there for me. These days about love anymore. It's about the possibility. If y'all want to get
Don't
really,
mind the
really
dirty
real,
dresser.
a lot of these dating
I'm gonna
apps,
black it out.
they're built like casinos. The pull down refresh, the bright colors, the little animations, the loud notifications that boost excitement and the possibility of a win. And just like a casino, the jackpot really isn't what hooks you. It's the anticipation that the jackpot might be next.
The apps are like slot machines, except instead of money, we're losing self-esteem. I swipe left, swipe right, and boom, it's at 1 a.m. and I built a fake life in my head with someone who hasn't texted back in like 6 days.
And I'm not bashing online dating. As a lot of you know, I literally met my husband on Tinder. It's never that serious. So I'm not saying that you can't possibly find love or hit the jackpot on apps like that, but we can't ignore the fact that apps like that are desensitizing
Y'all want to watch
us to where
something
a
else?
genuine connection is
art of building genuine connections with people, which is why y'all get y'all this internet every day and scream about the dating pool being so terrible.
what used to be a handful of faces in your world suddenly became millions at your fingertips. And not just more faces, more prettier ones too, with better skin and perfect angles and perfect filters. You can scroll long enough on Instagram or on these dating apps and you start to feel like average isn't average anymore. And you know what I'm talking about. We see it on social media, we see it on Instagram. There's a baddie every scroll.
So basically, my best friend found out from some guy that there was somebody on the dating app.
I have the T app, y'all. Give me the name. I'll look it up for you. I'll tell you if they on the T app.
And see if you come across my profile. So I'm like, yeah, girl, I got you. Y'all, when I tell you, I was swiping 10 after 10 after 10 after 10, like gorgeous woman after gorgeous woman after gorgeous woman, all of them with very well thought out profiles, all of them with hobbies and interests, long-term committed relationships, all of them who are like clearly putting a lot of effort into this. And like I couldn't run out of options. It seemed like no matter how many times I swiped, there was always another 10 waiting for me.
And apparently, men are becoming desensitized to these baddies. They've seen so many online that they just expect to run into them in real life too, which means regular, everyday, average women are starting to feel invisible, or maybe not enough.
Can go on TikTok and see so many unreal looking women. These women don't even necessarily have to be celebrities. You're just like, okay, women can look like this, regular women. And this has in turn raised men's expectation of how women are supposed to look. If a girl does not have like unreal features and a highly edited looking face, she is mid. You'll see a baddie and it's just no longer rare to you. You can open Instagram Reels and find 10 other carbon copies.
You see why this baddie overload is a bit concerning? Most adult women do not look like these perfectly filtered, most likely altered baddies. And if I pop examples up on screen, I'm not trying to talk about any of these women in a bad way. It's just to show how copy and paste this aesthetic has become.
Anybody else find it a little
I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting here thinking like, sis is beat to a T.
makeup to the outfits, like it's really starting to get a little scary.
And the aesthetic isn't the only thing that's copy and pasted. It's the mentality.
I guess she feel like because she got her natural hair out,
It doesn't matter. Just hear me out.
she not feeding
You're
into
currently
it.
in the dating scene and you've been on multiple dates with multiple different people, and you start noticing that they have the same thought process, the same language, the same TikTok slang, the same jokes. It's because we basically are copy and pasted.
Most of y'all look exactly the same on them dating apps. Got same weave, same lashes, same butt pic, same profile. Y'all all look the same.
I don't know about y'all, but I haven't been this uninterested in dating in my entire life. Like, it's like I'm finding the same exact person in everybody, and I don't like it.
Nowadays, it's social media that's teaching people what's supposed to be done. From the body altercations to the makeup looks to the trends to the aesthetic, everybody is basically the same. Now, I did a whole deep dive on this topic in my video, We're All Clones Now. You can go ahead and check it out somewhere up here. But let's be real, we live in a society that rewards the same looks, the same aesthetics over and over again. So, if a perfectly average woman pops up in the dating scene, she's now competing with those other women. Let's be real.
Yes, my favorite look was the one at the top to the left. She was, ooh.
I tell you, dating apps do not make you feel pretty. They don't make me feel pretty.
Being ugly on Hinge in reference to how bad I feel when I use dating apps. I find every time I get on Hinge, my self-esteem goes through the floor. Anyone that I like does not like me back. And anyone that likes me makes me wonder why, in what world, we would be a match.
And listen, I'm not saying that women have to compete over a man's attention. You don't have to do that, trust me. But let's be real. Let's touch grass for just a millisecond. Can we do that? If you're out here looking for your person, trust me, there are a lot of other people doing the same thing too. So what happens when everybody is out here searching at the same time and everybody has the same options? First of all, the market gets flooded. Suddenly, no connection feels special because there's always another face, another option, another potential jackpot waiting right behind it. Love was never supposed to compete with an endless feed of people. But here we are in the 21st century with feeds full of baddies, 10 out of 10, perfectly sculpted gym bros, and the perfect couples that appear to never have problems. So now the question is, do you think love can survive on endless options? Or are the illusions of options our downfall? Go ahead and comment your opinions down below. I cannot wait to get into them. Thanks for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Don't forget to like, comment, share.
Girl, I already knew that. I'm just tired of y'all trying to convince me that I don't know what I'm talking about. That'd be it. Oh my goodness. It's toothpaste all on my hand.
With Easy Canvas Prints, I get affordable, flawless canvases with every order. You order these stunning canvas prints in minutes. Bring your memories to life with Easy Canvas Prints. Order now on Easy Canvas Prints.
My eyelash coming off, y'all.
Got safety protocols?
Alright, let me find something good to watch.
Safety products at
Take my ass to sleep.
Call, click, or just stop by. Granger for the
Oh, y'all thought I was done fussing with her from last night? I have more of my point to prove. No, I'm just bored. Let me stop taking my ass to sleep. Let me take my ass to bed.
Do you want this? The house, the women, the lifestyle. Yes, sir. You want what I have. You have to take it from me.
Jordan Peele got another movie. Him. I know that's right.
You didn't probably give that to my daughter.
Stinky girl, bitch, cause of me. They didn't even want to come. They came cause of me, bitch. I didn't even my kid, bitch. That's your sugar daddy's kid, bitch. It's regulated. You feel awful because you're with your kids.
I didn't do shit to you.
Get out of my shit.
No! I didn't even do nothing to you. I didn't even do anything to you. Your hands on me. Gonna put your hands on me.
They could give that shit to me. By the time of the hug war too.
I hate seeing women deal with shit like
I'm gonna
that.
apologize to somebody that I have no access to on any social media platform or anything. You know who you are.
Ladies, you
I
gotta do
rode by
better.
the courthouse. I saw you stand there, and I drove by and kept driving. I told you that we were gonna get married that day, and I didn't do it. I left. I was a coward. I wasn't a man. And I hope you accept this apology. It's been on my spirit for the last 10 years.
This reminds me of that iconic scene in Sex and the City where Mr. Big doesn't show up to marry Carrie. And she is humiliated, standing there in her wedding dress. Like, the idea that instantly you didn't remember where she lived or where she worked. No, you were fine just moving on and leaving that woman high and dry. I hope for her sake that she is happily married with kids and hasn't thought about you in years. You delivered this entire apology with a smirk on your face. But you wait till now because you had a cool story for your podcast, and now she finally gets her apology 10 years too late. And is it even for her Or has the guilt been tearing you up for a decade? Well, after being both publicly and privately humiliated and probably taking this entire 10 years to heal these wounds, you're going to open them up again so you got some content for your podcast. Unless she immediately went to some kind of witness protection program, you could have found her if you wanted to. She was owed a face-to-face apology and explanation then, and she still deserves one. But you're still taking the easy way out. What about I hope she sees this? No, you don't.
Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new, my name is Lisa, and judging by the title, you already know what this video is all about. We are going to be seeing women sharing their stories of how they have been traumatized by men. Some are saying they can't deal anymore, like they don't want to deal with men anymore because they have been through it. The men have really drag them through the mud. And guys, I want to give a trigger warning for those who are triggered by DV. This might not be the video for you, so you might want to, continue with caution. And yeah, let me not talk too much in the beginning. I'll first let you watch the video.
Hold on, y'all.
Then I'll be coming back with my thoughts at the end.
I gotta change my bottoms. I need my cute little shorts. I wasn't comfortable. I gotta get comfortable. He hates you, girl. He gay.
He's a narcissist. It's just like you keep pushing. Can you please leave me alone? When all you have to say is leave me alone. Leave me alone. I will operate. Leave me alone. And I will operate in that path. Leave me alone.
Girl, stop crying. Get off the floor.
Leave me alone. You're not good to talk to right now. You're not.
It was never good to talk to, girl.
I'm still safe emotionally with you, so leave me alone. You're not there emotionally. And you're not there as a man. You're just arguing with me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Look how you try to expose me on the camera because you're not recording. When it was recording, you was dogging me. You're a narcissist and I'm on your game. You fool your mom, you fool your dad, you fool everybody around you. You know you're a narcissist. Leave me alone. I'm telling you to leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You are gay. Leave her alone.
You don't know what love is. Because if you knew what love is, you would know everything I've done. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Never leave you alone. But you need to think before you speak. Especially when it comes to certain people who's doing stuff for you that nobody else has done for you.
Girl, you pissed the wrong gay man off.
Get yourself together mentally. Before you open your mouth and talk.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I understand the outfit thing. You should dress respectfully.
Try to teach you a lesson. You are a grown woman. You don't need a man sneaking up on you, finding your location, and egging you.
Oh, he egged
That
her.
he did not approve of. You are not a small child that needs to be taught a lesson. You are not a teenage girl
Oh, no.
sneaking out of your parents' house. See this as the toxic red flag that it is. A man that would attempt to embarrass you or humiliate you for not listening to them. It starts with little things like this, telling you how to dress, how you can wear your hair, what kind of makeup you should be wearing, what kind of friends you can have, how much contact you have with your family. Then they try to isolate you. They try to get you away from everybody who would dare give you good advice. This is how abuse starts. It is not your man's job to punish you if you quote unquote disobey him. He is your partner and not your parent. This is how some men try to break a woman's spirit. They love the pretty bird, but she's wild and free. But what they want to do is not to appreciate the beauty of that bird, but to cage the bird. And they do that by breaking your spirit little by little, taking away the things that made you you.
Yes, you're pregnant, but you're not dying of cancer. You're not dying of some fucking disease. You're not the only pregnant woman on earth.
Can you please get
No, I'm tired of this.
I'm
getting
get
hit.
out of my face.
Dude, you're not closing this far.
Get out. Stop it.
Hey y'all, I really don't like getting serious on TikTok, and I really do not like long videos, but this is something that's been weighing on my heart and my mind for a couple weeks. A couple weeks ago, something happened to me within a relationship, and it really just opened my eyes as to like how hurtful men are. I've known that for quite some time, but it's like men are so hurtful with no remorse, no care in the world. Like they don't give a fuck, and it's just becoming a little much for me. Last night was the nail in the coffin, though. I'm not doing a story time because I'm just not gonna do that. But men are just so hurtful, and it's like I no longer have a desire to get in a relationship. I no longer have the desire to get married. Damn near about to give up on my dreams of becoming a mom one day. Like I can't deal with it anymore, you guys. And I know y'all gonna be like, oh, take a break. I took a break all this year. I done read the self-help books. I done watched Shira 7. It's like, I actually want the love. I don't want to, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to use a man for money. Like, don't want to just use him for what he can do for me, even though that's what they do to us.
Girl,
I just don't want to
being a
do
good
that.
girl
It
in
should
this
not be
world
this
is so hard, but you
It's
so
like, I'm not
beautiful.
trying to
And you got
have a
some big
disdain for
titties,
men. I'm
girl.
not trying
You
to be
got
a
this.
misandrist. I'm not trying to H-word men again, but it's like, how could you not? They are so hurtful. They are disrespectful, disloyal, rude, selfish. Think about nobody but themselves. And I'm sure there are some good men out there. I met one before. One. You guys are gonna say, oh, maybe it's you. Because I know the men are gonna come in and just put it all back on me. They're gonna completely dismiss my feelings and put it back on me. I'm used to it. I'm the one actually in therapy working through things and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Having to go to therapy.
Yeah, I get that. That is so true. This isn't to say that women don't do the same thing. This is just
God, I can't do it
a
anymore,
reminder
guys.
that you're
I
not
don't
crazy
wanna,
and it's not
I
you to
don't
my
wanna
women out
be involved
there.
with men anymore.
Men and
So
women
I think
are
it's time
not
for me to
wired the
really
same.
focus on
Men are
myself.
just, if they care about you enough,
103,000%,
they'll
like
put the energy
really just
into
strictly
convince that they agree with you on a lot
I
of
don't have
things.
time
But
for the
men
games.
most of the time aren't
I
as
don't have time. I
emotional.
don't have
Men are a
time to be
lot more
arguing with
logical. Men
men.
are more
I don't have
analytical
time to
of a
be pulling up
thinker
on
than a woman.
you.
Women have
I don't have time
emotions.
to be finding addresses and
Unless
stuff
you
like that
suppress your
anymore.
emotions, it's
Like,
almost impossible
just I can't take
to
it
deal with a
anymore, you
man who
guys.
doesn't cater to your
It
emotions
took
because he's
everything in
just
y'all
like,
saying
he
not to
treats you like you're
decide
a
this. Like,
child.
I feel defeated. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
You remember what I told you?
Yeah, if you find a woman that's willing to compromise, that's the only way it's going to work. If you don't find a woman that's willing to compromise with you, then it's not really going to work. Or a man has to be willing to compromise with the fact that a woman has more emotions and be willing to cater to her. You both have to be willing to cater to one another.
I literally woke up for.
So that's very true.
I just got home from a 4-hour shift.
A 4-hour shift? This can't be real.
You're telling me you didn't get up at all to just
Men be jealous of women, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
4 hours?
Women be controlling and emotionally unrealistic with
I'm
men,
struggling really
to be
hard.
fair.
Literally anything.
And men be jealous of
Everything I eat,
women.
no matter if it's small, I throw it up. Even if it's water.
Oh, I'm sorry, poor baby. You're throwing
You know, you're literally the one who begged for
You're
this.
throwing up. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You literally cry anytime you feel nauseated.
That's just straight up not true.
It's completely true.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You start like shaking like a baby. I have to go through this every day, every hour.
Stop. That's not what we're talking about right
Bitch, come here. Let me tell you a story. So one time I dated this man. I fell head over heels in love. Okay, I thought this was the one. I thought he was the bee's motherfucking knee. And last, my love is coming home. A bitch was in love. A bitch was so in love. Okay, so 3 months go by, right? We're practically living with each other. We're looking at houses. He got me looking at rings. We're talking about babies, marriage, the whole 9 yards. One day, this motherfucker just doesn't come home. So I'm thinking the absolute worst. I call every hospital and morgue within like a 60-mile radius. Can't find him anywhere. No information, nothing. 5 motherfucking
He
days.
chilling, girl.
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motherfucking days goes by. At this point, I'm just spiraling. I don't know what the fuck to do. So I pack up a bag and go to San Diego. My best friend lives in San Diego because I can't be by myself. I could, like, every day that goes by, I'm just getting worse. And my friend tells me, like, maybe he just doesn't want to be with you anymore. Maybe
You deem it as dramatic because you're not wired the same as us. We can't expect you to understand. The part of my brain that controls emotion is 10 times bigger than yours. So I can't expect you to understand. You're going to deem it as being dramatic because you don't have the same brain as me. Get it? We're not the same.
When she said my name like that, I know some shit. She about to tell me some crazy shit. She said, Yvonne, there's a woman standing here.
Men do be jealous of women. Y'all think, oh, she got it so easy. Not all y'all. Some men feel like, oh, especially if you have pretty privilege, they'll be jealous of the fact that you could just get things a lot more easier because of the fact that you look good. Men get jealous that you get to stay home with the kids and get paid money.
Happens every day.
Men get jealous of women. They do.
And have secret lives. Happens every day. Bitch, that's not the crazy part. Wait, that's not the crazy fucking part. But so not only is he married with children, everything.
And you don't even get a period. So thinking that you understand or think the same as a woman is crazy. Men don't even know what to do with a fucking cut on their hand. Let your ass bleed every month and let's see how you deal with it. What type of individual you would be.
His wife is the business owner, and he was a police officer. Now, how did the wife find me? Okay, here's the crazy part, bitch. Here's the crazy part. I guess money was coming up.
It's called estrogen, people.
So she started doing some investigating. She had a feeling it was her husband.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
She goes through his fucking laptop.
We gotta first just accept that we're not the same. We're not wired the same. That's why men like hanging around their homeboys.
She's reading, right?
All damn day or whatever. Some men, immature men,
instead of just breaking
because they don't understand women. Oh, she's just being dramatic. No, motherfucker, that's how she's wired. She's more emotional than you.
So instead of just breaking up with me, he was going to fake his fucking death. And that letter was actually sitting in my mother's mailbox. My mother walked out to her mailbox because she had taken a picture of the letter and showed my mom. And my mom went to go check the mail with his wife. They both went to the fucking mailbox.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Sent it to me, like,
thank you for your opinion, Keith.
Like,
Don't get me started on the DL man. They be real jealous. They be real mad that man keep them hitting in the dark and be outside with the woman. Men be jealous of women for sure.
Like for no fucking reason. All because he didn't want to get caught. He like, you literally could have just fucking broken up with me, dude. What the fuck? And thank God that woman like intercepted that whole thing. Because had my mama just gone to the mail and opened up my mail, because I would tell her to open up my mail and read it to me. Had I found that
no
out,
one said men don't have emotion.
I was that in love.
No one said men have emotion. But if a man doesn't learn how to regulate his emotions or how to express his emotions, then he ends up suppressing them and then taking them out on the world, or then taking the time to understand the opposite sex, which is a female. Men get emotional too. I'm an advocate for men and women. I feel like men need more safe spaces in order to express their emotion. I'm not talking about a man. I'm talking about the dickheads that intentionally go ahead and abuse women. If it don't apply, let it fly.
And a really like kind of famous one in the area that we lived at. I don't want to give too much.
You must be a dickhead.
But like his dad was like low key a Joel Osteen type dude in the area we live in. So and like that's another thing that made me fall in love with him. He was very godly. Would quote scripture. Didn't drink. Didn't swear. Like,
study biology. If you don't study biology or molecular science, it's really nothing you can say to me. Study biology. Look at the different parts of the brain between a man and a woman. Look at the different ways that we're chemically wired. Then maybe we can have a real conversation. Other than that, you're just talking shit, which is cool. It's alive. It's okay. We can talk shit. No, you're right. We do need more good women, and I do think that women need to take more accountability for why men are acting the way that they are. They have to consider what they do to cause men to act the way that they act. I don't take that away. I think you're very accurate on that. For sure. But we're all grown. I can't go around saying, "Oh, I act this way because you did this," or "I do this because he did that." That's childish. But at the end of the day, if we're all a bit more considerate at what we do and how it impacts one another, you're right. That would make things better. For sure.
Why are you sleeping in here?
But it's hard to do that when someone thinks you're just being dramatic and not just accepting the fact that your brain is wired differently than theirs.
You were calling me. You wanted to call me. Why weren't you in Tootie's room? Why are you in the other room?
You were gonna come in here. This is the only room that has a lock on it.
Oh, so I've been bothering you. I haven't left you alone?
Now you have left me alone.
Right. So why are you sleeping in here with your daughter? Because you want to make it extreme because you're a fucking joke.
Okay. I don't want you to come into her room.
The phrase "men have needs" gaslighted me into thinking women didn't for so long. When I was 15, I caught my first boyfriend cheating on me. He told me that he would only stop if I stopped putting out. I told my stepdad,
I didn't even
my
see
stepdad
that.
said, "Well, men have needs." He said, "Men have needs." So I tried to act like I had a raging libido so I could drain him of needing to be with anyone else. And he still cheated on me. I decided one day that I would no longer sleep with people. He said, "That's great. Just know men have needs and I'm going to be sleeping with other people, but as long as you're fine with that." I've been changed so much that I don't even bother processing if I want. Super stressed out because I have to climax, because if I don't, you're gonna get mad. And if I start,
Oh, she was okay. She was happy.
you're gonna get mad. And now little gestures like a hand around my waist stresses me out, and I don't want to be touched because I feel like
I love that she be so excited to go to school.
my experiences are not abnormal. I know so many women who have the exact same stories. Okay, since I'm in a story.
Oh shit, I forgot. Get me $100. I know you don't want to hear my woe is me stories, but somebody hacked my DoorDash card and withdrew my money today, bitch. Girl, I swear to God on grandpa. Girl, when I tell you these scammers are scamming. I swear to God, I was on the phone all morning. I had to park up the street to talk on the phone. I went to go to the gas station this morning and saw my damn money was emptied out of my account. Let me see how they did it, bitch. And I feel dumb. Whatever. They fucking called. I'm on my way to do a pickup. They called my phone. They say, yes, your order has been canceled, but we're still going to give you partial payment. We just need to confirm the last four of your card. I gave them the fucking last four of the card. They say, okay, now we also just need the expiration and the security code to make sure that the payment goes through. Literally, that's all I gave them. I didn't even give them all the numbers. To do an ATM withdrawal? Girl, no, that's not true. No, it's
like long ones with the handles, super.
how did they know that I was doing a delivery? How did they know? I literally just picked up the order. They said your order, and they knew where I was going and everything, Andrea. DoorDash is selling information. That shit not right.
It passed my sister's face, and she was saying she could feel.
It did, but they're gonna give me my money back. That's the even more kill part about it. So that's why I'm like, I know it was so dumb, and then I was so paranoid to the point I locked my card. They bypassed my card lock and withdrew the money. The man said, yeah, they have a machine. Long as they have all they need is the last 4 digits off the card, and they can do it. I said I did not know that. I didn't know that.
To open the door and let him in. So he like punched the window in with his bare fist. He did that twice and just completely shattered our living room windows. So my parents had to get those fixed twice. Even though he did all of these crazy things, they still.
Girl, yesterday was a day, honey.
They let him eat up all the food.
Then I got caught. It's so crazy. Look how God worked. I literally got called in for a shift right after getting off the phone. They said, oh, we're going to give you $15 for partial delivery. I thought that was too damn much with DoorDash cheap asses. I said, okay. Girl, got my ass. They took that shit out 9 o'clock last night. I said, how I got an ATM withdrawal? I've been at work. I didn't go to no ATM. Girl, I was on the phone with them this morning.
It just got so bad that there was no going back. I told you guys stories about my family before, and I always speak my mind when it comes to my family members.
Where's she at?
But with him, I was literally
mommy with him,
and I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, my stinker pool.
Somebody like that's how just evil and dangerous and aggressive he is, and it sucks when parents let male children get to that point where they're uncontrollable and a danger to everybody they're around.
This video reminded me so much of my own wedding because the exact same thing happened to me. Just like this bride, I told my husband way before our wedding that I didn't want cake on my face. I wanted cake only in my mouth.
What'd she say?
I paid a lot for my hair and makeup, and I didn't want it to be ruined for even a second of my wedding. So, my husband being the silly goofy
let me cut this TV down. Boys back out there and work. Okay, so I guess you don't feel like bringing me a cupcake.
To ruin the rest of my wedding, but it gave me a lot of resentment, and it lingered for a while, so we ended up having to go to couples counseling over it. But now I can just laugh about it because my husband is just such a silly guy, and if I didn't laugh, I would cry.
These are things that our exes did that we were conditioned into thinking were normal. When he held me down and pinned me on his bed and told me I couldn't go home. I got my period, and he told me I couldn't wear tampons because he didn't want them to give me pleasure.
Should I say something? I don't think I have to say anything. All I know is that if I speak, the Not All Men Brigade will be in my comment section trying to prove how they are the good.
Not all men are the same.
Got the point.
Prove it. Give me your ex phone number. Let me ask her.
Conversations with, they seem like they hate men. Like at their core, they seem bitter and angry and like they hate men. But the deeper the conversation, the more.
Let me turn this up.
That they don't actually. It has traumatized the hell a lot of them. They don't want to hate men, but they have no other experience besides that with men. They want to love men. They want to be loved by men, and they want to love men, but they are scared to death because of all of the trauma they have experienced when they've given their hearts to a man. And that's not something I hear a lot about here on social media, and it's definitely not something I think that we're even ready to fully talk about. And
there's several women told their stories where like their partner always made them shower with them, and I was like, that's what he did. Because at first it was cute. I was like, oh, is this what couples do? Because he also exploited the fact they'd never been in a relationship. So You know, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, cool. We shower together. I didn't realize that we're doing couples things. I didn't realize that was one of his ways of control. Like, I always had to shower with him. And then he's peeing on me when I'm not looking. I caught him a couple times, and I was like, what? All of these little ways that he was just like, I hate you. I hate you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't need to shower with you, bro. I don't need to do this. But he knew
I
that.
just said all the ways he would show me, I hate you, I hate you.
Overwhelmingly just step into your life and they take over. You lose yourself and become more of him.
I asked women to tell me the most deranged, unhinged things that men have ever done to them. Sane. But I took the entire list and I categorized them. This is part of, he really effing did that? We just covered the top 10 most violent. Here's the top 10 most sadistic. Let's go. He once locked me in a cupboard and then played horror music from outside. After he brutally R-worded me.
Alright, so I'm gonna put y'all deal with who I be watching. Who be dropping jewels, the Queen Maker. It's time. I'm about to start doing reactions and reviews with y'all. And this isn't to make you hate men, despise men, become bitter, but just to make you more aware.
Turd in the middle of the room.
That's it.
Pulled up his pants and left laughing.
Nah, we don't want to say all men are like this, but I want to help protect the girlies from the men that are like this. If it doesn't apply, get the fuck off my page, let it fly. We do not care how you felt. You different. We do not believe you. Prove it. I want your ex's number.
He told me after cheating that the other woman had a much better body and that I should be more like her. He told me that he would drown me in the bathtub that he filled, knowing how afraid I was of water.
Then how you was taking?
He demanded that I squat as punishment during a mental breakdown that I was having at 4 a.m. and then called me crazy. Last, he waited until I was asleep, poured a glass of water on me, and when I confronted him, he swore that he didn't do it, and then accused me of messing with the thermostat. He chased me around the house, took non-consensual photos, and then gaslit me the entire time. Here's the thing. This isn't just abusive men, right? These men, they're sadists. They enjoy your pain. They feel powerful when you suffer. And that's ultimately why you could never win, right? Because hurting you was the win.
You just sit around and sulk unless it's something that you want to do.
Oh. Okay.
Stitch Fix makes shopping easy. All my personal styling budget.
That was easy, right?
Booking.com has all kinds of stays because laid-back beach house is right for some. But
All right, I'm gonna fold these clothes up in an hour.
find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com.
Wise one. We want our kids to thrive.
What's your secret?
I plant trees and this.
Real juicy juice.
100% real juice.
With immune system support from vitamin C and zinc.
But will my kids still like the taste?
The slurps speak for themselves.
Looking for tools
Cold storage that's both affordable and built to last? Choose the trusted durability of U.S. General from Harbor Freight with a full selection of colors, customization options, parts, trays, and more. U.S. General. Only
I thought it was so good.
You're mad at everybody. But maybe the problem is you, Julie.
So I asked women, what is the most deranged thing that a man has ever done to you? Like jaw-dropping, shocking, deranged. Then I downloaded all of the comments that these women left and I put them into categories. So here's the top 10 most violent. You ready for this? I don't even know if you're ready. Knife at my throat 5 days after my precious sister died. Pushed me so hard to the other side of the room on a marble floor that I broke my knee while already going through C-section operation pain. Next is he tried to drown me in the bath with the baby in his arms. I knew that moment that I needed to leave. Number 4,
Girl, he was
he broke
tired of you.
and gasped
God
at me
forgive me.
and said I fell on the floor and hit my face. Number 5, he choked me, gaslit me, said I was the bad person because I would cry and yell and apologize. He almost broke me. Number 6, he held a knife.
Y'all want to do spiritual relationships? I'm gonna let y'all pick. I'm gonna let the 2 people in the chat. Spiritual relationships. And I promise I'm gonna give you some of the best content you ever seen in your life. Go ahead, pick one. Money, don't do that. My dog calling. I guess she don't like. She's not really entertained. Come on, give me one. Spiritual or relationships. I gotta get some more batteries. I got some downstairs. It's okay. Because she got these cheap ass batteries in here. I don't use these batteries. Delusional women in narcissism. Let's see. What is the true problem with men?
Cheers to good for you
He's supposed hoping my phone stand up so I don't have to hold it.
Your body needs every day. With no sugar.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Princella, the Queen Maker, also known as Professor P. And this is the High Power Podcast. We got a special guest today. My brother here, big homie CC. What's happening, man?
What's the word, Professor? Thank you for having me.
Oh, everything is everything. I appreciate you for being here. So we had a little conversation before we kicked this off, and I'm really into human behavior. I'm really into origin stories. I'm deep into the occult and esoteric wisdom, and we've gotten an opportunity to see you on a lot of platforms speaking on a variety of topics, from extraterrestrials to human trafficking and things like that. And I just want to kind of get an idea from you. What do you think about this world? Do you think this world is more good than evil or more evil than good?
Wow. Okay. I'll say this. I'm cultured, I'm well traveled, and I approach everything with the scientific method, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a scientist. I'm a scientist at heart.
Yes.
What I've seen is that part of the human condition seems to be adversity.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we here on this planet are a resource for other beings, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of evil, and I've seen so much evil that I started to believe that being evil could possibly be human nature.
Mm-hmm.
And then I really paid close attention to two very distinct facts. 100,000 years ago, somebody intervened and did something with human DNA to create Homo sapiens sapiens. I don't know who did it. Somebody did it, because the other hominid races that existed at that time were bigger, stronger, faster, and meaner than us. So how were we able to outcompete them?
Mm-hmm.
Then I seen that abortions was getting banned, and I realized that, wait a second, the global birth rate is dropping all around the world, especially in one genetic lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Their birth rate is on the brink of collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then there's always this one group of people who can organize themselves better than everybody. They can almost have a hive mind at times. And they seem to have a heightened sense of urgency when it comes to stealing all the natural resources possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that there is a group of people who are invested in the suffering of others in exchange for gifts, I should say.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this question. Do you think that this dynamic is limited to planet Earth, or do you think it extends outside of planet Earth into other galaxies and planets?
Yeah, because see, I'm a firm believer that racism started on another planet for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because, all right now, the group that introduced the Fuhrer, which is Adolf Hitler, the group that introduced him to this race of beings that they call the Nordics, or the tall whites, as they are described, they made him a racist, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And wherever they came from, whoever looked like us was kicking their ass in some form of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, all of the indigenous people on this planet have the same skin tone.
Right. Correct.
And then scientists say that everyone's DNA started with a woman in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
It's like 7 million years ago. Why is it that the Europeans go back around 7,000 years?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Like what took place? Like what's going on here? You know, and I find it awfully strange that in all religious texts that I've read, you know, there's no quote from a woman in any of them.
Right.
That's very strange to me. You feel me? So it's like, okay. And so then, you know, the Catholic prayer is, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and to the hour of our death. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, there are no quotes from her in nowhere. So this shows me that this is theater, and we have been limited to a specific set of science.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my work at the Bodyguard, I've met some very interesting people. I'm getting the chills thinking about this because some of them were so serious that I would be uncomfortable around them sometimes, because I would say to them, like, look, you have to tell me about all of the exigent threats to your life.
Right.
If you do not, you're putting us both at risk. And one of these guys made a comment to me, and he said, you know, Epstein was going to make his own little breakaway civilization with his pedo buddies with that device he made out there on that island. Now, people don't realize that Epstein, this man was so heavily entrenched in the science community, big tech. You know, this guy got a job as a professor with no prerequisites at all. Just one of his buddies gave him a job. And the problem is, if you have all of the leading scientists across the world visiting your island, you're in the esoteric text, you've built a shrine, there are some type of malevolent forces that operate in between dimensions that people are being able to summon. And, you know, CIA had documents about Hitler encountering malevolent forces. Why nobody want to talk about that?
Nobody wants to talk about that. You know, I was, you know, introduced to some information that supposedly the Queen of Orion had a group of people that broke away, which was males. They broke away from her rule up there and came down here and established the patriarchal system here, right? And they were interacting with more prone to believe that is true as opposed to not, just based on what I'm able to observe. So they have to make women think that you only have the opportunity to get in a relationship with a man at a certain age. They don't want women to focus on sex. They want women to focus on relationships so that they can put a woman in a scarce time frame to force her to focus all of her attention on a man. But if we keep it where it really is, which is access to sex for both parties, men are the ones who have to work to earn the opportunity to have abundant sexual options. Females are born with abundant sexual options.
I'm going to have an
The key
amazing
is
rest of the
both
day.
sexes have to overcome the need to conquer each other based on sex, because a relationship, a true partnership, a harmonious relationship is a relationship of the mind.
What's up, world? Welcome back to the Tuned In with Tony podcast. And I've got a powerhouse guest here today. Her name is Priscilla Carr. She is an author. She's a social reformer. And stay to the end so you understand what we mean by the word reformer. She wrote a book called The 5 Components of Love. She's been in the military, and she has a lot to say when it comes to just women and getting back their self-worth and the crown that they should be wearing. And she has a super intricate philosophy on just male psychology and how with women can understand it, how it could just be a game changer to their overall just well-being of a woman. So throughout this whole podcast, definitely take advantage of the comments. If you feel any type of way, whether it's good, bad, positive, spam the comments right here. And we're about to get into the show. I want to welcome my guest, Priscilla Carr from Houston, Texas.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
What's up? What's up? Man, my first question, we're going to get right into it.
All right.
What are the 5 components of love?
Wow, that was real quick. All right. All right. So the five components is to seek first understanding, which will move you automatically to appreciation and compassion, then lead you to sacrifice, which will lead you to maintain the integrity. In 16, after a lot of accumulated wisdom, I got this this came out of thin air about love. And that was triggered because what I hear a lot is people overusing the word love. It's like it actually has no meaning. Even Prince, when he did his song, Adore, he says, love is too weak to define just how much you mean to me. Well, why is love too weak to define? Because people have just overused this word for any circumstance, and they really don't have meaning or understanding behind this word. So because people think that love is an emotion or something like that, I had to really do some critical analysis of what would constitute somebody truly believing that they're in love or they actually love someone. And this is when I really came to the conclusion that love is not an emotion and it's not an action either. It's actually a compilation of things that really support the richness of this concept. And what you'll find is that when you look at it from these 5 components, most often you don't love other people or people don't love you. And ultimately you realize you haven't even loved yourself. So this is really a roadmap that allows people to find out how to love themselves because they don't know.
So as you were going through life, like what was the thing that made you not feel like love was the fairy tale that we all know of love? Because like what you said, it's a compilation, right?
Yes.
We look at love like, I see this female and I'm like, she's pretty, right? I hang out with her. She makes me feel good. And then I'm like, oh, mom, I fell in love with this girl, right?
Right.
What do you think that is versus what? Because in a lot of your books and a lot of your podcasts that I've seen, right? When like the audience, when I said the word intricate, when you learn about Priscilla in this podcast, you're going to learn how intricate she sees, emotions that we believe that we have for each other, right? And she's given me a completely different perspective on, how a woman may, love me, how I may love a woman. So what I wanted to break down is we know love sometimes is top layer when we hear it, right?
Right.
What were those things that showed you that it was different than just the normal, like, natural attraction?
Well, it's not even just about just romantic relationships. And I can move into that, but let's just start with family and friends saying they love you, but they're the first ones to do major damage to you and not actually consider your point of view on life. A lot of people will do negative things to you and then turn around and tell you that they love you. You'll hear people who are very self-centered, who are very egotistical, they're the ones that overuse the word love more than anybody else. So when it comes to romantic relationships, what I notice between males and females, they both have a very selfish mentality when they approach the other person. They all approach it based on what they can get out of the person. So when a person has this feeling, oh, she makes me feel this way, it's because of what you're receiving from her. You're taking from her, and the feeling that you get is actually an addiction. But that feeling typically does not last long because real life actually comes in. And when your real personality comes to the forefront, when challenges come to the forefront, can you actually still have that feeling that you actually love? Most often the answer is no. It's not. And what I see between both males and females, remember, the first component is seek understanding. What I figured out is males and females don't understand each other at all. They don't even desire to seek understanding of the other person. They both come with preconceived notions about how they want that person to perform for them that makes them feel the way they want to feel. And when that person is not doing it, the quote-unquote love is gone.
It's almost like every man for themselves, really, but we're calling it love.
Absolutely.
In a sense. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like that type of take on there, where does the nickname the Queen Maker come from? And the reason why I ask that too is because if you don't understand you may be like, a woman may say, is she really for us? You see what I'm saying? Or does she just want to be a dude? You see what I'm saying? It seems like she's on that side of the line as far as in taking their side and advocating for them. So explain what the Queen Maker means.
Okay. All right. So if you ever played the game of chess, you know that the strongest piece on the chessboard is the queen. It's the reason why that's the strongest piece because it is the most free piece on the board, able that gives her power. Also on the chessboard is what you have called a pawn. The unique thing about the pawn is if it makes it through all of the challenges of the board and makes it to the other end of the board, it has the ability to graduate to a queen. The queen making process is not an easy one because being a queen is not how you look, it's about how you move. It's about, and you can only move based on how you think. So in order to make a queen, we have to reshape her mind, not reshape her makeup, not reshape her weave that she went and got, or her other
parts.
Yes. It's about reshaping this.
Yeah.
And that process is difficult because we have to take a pawn through the dangers of all the other pieces, risking its life to get to the other end to do it. Most pawns will never make it. We're lucky if we can get one pawn on that end. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So,
Sarah and David,
Sorry, are we talking to each other now?
do you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey?
Yes.
This is unbelievable. Mom, I miss you.
No matter who you are in your life, you just need someone to share it with.
A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, September 19th, rated R.
Hey, real quick, how would you find the answer in all this data?
You get Satisfya.
That's my here we go.
The quickest way from a billion points of data to a point of view. Satisfya.
Neutrogena's new Collagen Bank 15% pure vitamin C serum builds collagen, instantly brightens, and dramatically evens skin tone.
Ready to lose weight? Think Wegovy.
With Wegovy, I've lost 35 pounds.
I lost 46.
For the first time, I'm keeping the weight off.
I got this. I'm protecting my heart.
Wegovy is proven to lower the risk of major cardiovascular events.
Don't take if you or your family had MTC,
vitamin E2 or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines for it. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes, heart racing at rest, or any mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
Why wait?
Ask your prescriber about Wegovy today.
In order to do that, there has to be some hardcore truths that are put in front of her. And those hardcore truths are like the other pieces that threaten her existence. Right?
So let's make it make sense for some people too, right? Just on some break it down part.
Yeah.
So what I liked what you said was like how becoming a queen is not just simple, right? It's not just the makeup. It's not just, increasing the size of different parts and hair and weave, right?
Correct.
So if it is a strategic way of getting there, what do you believe, the importance for a woman understanding male psychology? How important is that?
It's critical.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why understanding male psychology is critical is because women's identity is wrapped up in men.
Mm-hmm.
Women base their entire lives off the validation of a man whom they know absolutely nothing about. And the world they live in is created based on their desires. So it becomes an ever-pressing need for a woman to gain autonomy over her being by knowing what you would say, other people would say, is the quote-unquote enemy. Now, why would I paint the man as the enemy? Because anytime you get on social media, all you hear is women complaining about men.
Yeah.
They go from podcast to podcast complaining about men. They called Kevin Samuels before he passed away to get Kevin Samuels' validation.
Mm-hmm.
This is important because it is these women who have the power to transform their communities. They have the power to transform the lives of their children, but they can't do it when their whole identity is wrapped up in a species or a being they know nothing about. Because these are the same women who are birthing young males. And if they don't know anything about a man, they can't know anything about their sons, whom they have influence over. See, you don't really have influence over a man.
Yeah.
Because you can't change a man, you cannot raise a man. That man is already set in his ways. But you do have influence over your sons from a certain period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And a woman has the power to make or break her son.
Yeah.
Right? And they are not aware of that either. So the empowerment that I'm really teaching women far extends beyond just relationships. It extends to the impact that a woman can have on her environment, her community, her children, the globe. Right? This is why it is so ever critical to learn the nature and the psychology of men, because that is who she's tagged to.
Got you. And what would be like when we look at just today's time, social media, right? What exactly does it mean when women find their self-identity in men, right? Because what if a woman's on here is like, I'm just being a woman. I'm supposed to like men. I'm supposed to make them want me. I'm trying to find a husband, right? So where does that line draw from them being completely just wrapped in men and not their own self-identity?
Well, what did I say? You was born in this world by yourself and you're going to leave by yourself. Be in this world and not of it. So the key in this life is detachment. The problem with women wrapping their identities up in men is the fact that it don't work the other way around. Men's identities are not wrapped up in women.
Right.
So what ends up happening is women begin to lose the essence of what it means to be a woman, and they begin to mimic and assimilate to male behavior. And this is the root of why when you listen to men, they'll always say that women are too masculine. They're too manly because women have become men in female bodies. And because they don't know what the essence of a woman is, they can't decipher their behaviors from men and women. They're literally men walking around here.
So what would be the difference from women in submission to their man versus like a woman being like in her own identity of just wrapped around that man completely? Like, where's the difference of the positive and the negative to that?
Well, it's a slippery slope right there. Because if you get a woman wrapped up into herself, you can actually drive her ego level up very high.
Yeah.
Which will be destructive. Because we all have to have a purpose on the planet. And if a person's purpose becomes themselves, they become destructive to the community and the environment, and they become very self-centered, which is not what you want. You need people to have a purpose that exists outside of themselves. So a woman who actually gains her autonomy in truth, she actually has a purpose that extends beyond a man and children. It becomes less about her. And the same goes for men. We could have a more functioning community that way. However, if the woman is in submission to a male, what ends up happening is the male becomes her deity, and she begins to service the ego needs of the male. So the male does not elevate the woman to be higher than himself. He uses her for all of the things that feed his ego, which ends up draining her, which is the reason why we have women complaining. They are being submissive to men. They're actually being over submissive to men.
Yeah.
Women are out there recklessly engaging in sex with the intention of being submissive to men. They are listening to men, going to all of these podcasts, and they're doing everything in their power to get male attention. This is them being submissive. If a man says we want him like this, that, and the other, the woman will do everything in her power to hop to that. Well, clearly submission for women is not working because the male's needs are ego-driven. So he's not actually doing what the creator would have either one of them do because they're both self-centered. So when you get two autonomous people, you'll know what an autonomous person is. Because the advice that men give to other men should be given to every human on the planet. Men think that this advice is only for them. Don't focus on women. Focus on adding value, becoming value, and the women will be there. This is
yeah, that's what we're told, right?
Right.
Focus on your bag and it'll just all show up, right?
Men want women to believe that it doesn't work that way for them. Men want women to focus on men. Put your career down, put your need for money and security down, and focus on trying to be a wife to a man. That's what men but that's not working. That's not the way that's supposed to go. Because the reality is that humans approach relationships based on sex, biological needs. You want to know the truth about sex? The fact of the matter is women can get sex at any age.
Correct.
Any time.
Correct.
Men know that. So they have to make women think that you only have the opportunity to get in a relationship with a man at a certain age. They don't want women to focus on sex. They want women to focus on relationships so that they can put a woman in a scarce time frame to force her to focus all of her attention on a man. But if we keep it where it really is, which is access to sex for both parties, men are the ones who have to work to earn the opportunity to have abundant sexual options. Females are born with abundant sexual options. The key is both sexes have to overcome the need to conquer each other based on sex, because a relationship, a true partnership, a harmonious relationship is a relationship of the mind. It is not a relationship of the genitals. And when two minds match on a frequency, now you have happy and harmonious dealings. But because the man wants to have power over the woman, he does not want her to make a higher purpose her focus. He wants her to make a man a focus. And that's the problem that we have in society.
So since that's the problem we have in society, do you believe when the tables turn and then the woman becomes the boss chick, the independent woman, is that out of a place of trauma?
It depends.
Or protection?
It depends on which version of woman we're talking about. Because there are women, it is a response to be uber independent in order to protect oneself. But there are 3 levels to human development. We all are born dependents. You have dependency, independence, and interdependence. Dependency is the state of a child. You are born needing somebody to take care of you. You're born to cry so that somebody can come to your rescue. Yes. What happens is,
We don't have a freezer.
Really?
Whole bell peppers, onions, fresh chicken.
Fresh everything.
When things go terribly wrong, people want to know why God let it happen.
I'm gonna take their money so we can have a better life.
Old Navy, the destination for denim.
Slouchy. Extra high. Barrel. And vintage slim.
At these prices, I'm the mom.
It's Old Navy.
Got safety protocols? Grainger has the safety pros to call. Shop our vast inventory of safety products at Grainger.com. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In better science, alpha-ret technology, clinically shown to improve the appearance of lines and wrinkles, a powerful combination of retinoid and alpha hydroxy acid, gentle enough to use every night. Skin better science.
Find themselves in an arrested developed state because they never grow out of the dependency stage to the independent stage. Most people are totally dependent on somebody else to fulfill their emotional needs. They're totally dependent on somebody else to fulfill their sexual needs, their financial needs, their security needs, all of that. And it keeps them in the state of a child. They never actually move to be able to fulfill all of their needs independently, which would actually create healthier relationships when they get to the 3rd stage, which they now have value that they can bring to the table and work interdependently with others of value who can self-sustain. Most people stay at the level of dependency, desperately needing to attach themselves to somebody else to get them to fulfill their needs. Well, that's what men do, and that's what women do. Men need women to fulfill their sexual needs and their ego needs so that they can look better in front of other men. Women are totally dependent on validation and attention from men. Women are totally gutted out internally with the need of love and care for themselves, and they are desperately looking for men to fill these empty voids, which keeps them from moving to a level of independence. So even if a woman has a job and a career, she's still codependent because she's deficient emotionally. She is deficient spiritually, and she is looking outside of herself for fulfillment. And in her mind, where she needs to look towards is a man, giving the man all of the power to conquer her, which keeps her unevolved mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So all she ends up with is materialism.
So for the woman who is chasing the man, she's like, I want a man. I want to come home to a man after work. Does that make her vulnerable to these things?
Yes.
So how does she protect herself from that vulnerability?
The only way that she could protect herself is being fully independent. A lot of women are too afraid to not have a man. They think that their value is predicated on a man wanting them. And this is why men feel very empowered when you hear them on different podcasts telling women, that's why no man wants you.
Right.
You're going to die alone. Actually makes them feel even more empowered. So it does not matter how much a woman says she's leveled up. If she needs a man for validation, she is lost and she will atrophy from the inside out.
Got you. What would you say about this? You've been on a lot of podcasts, right?
Yes.
You've been on podcasts that have been, very viral. You know what I'm saying? I heard this before when they were saying that a woman is like in her prime at a certain age up until it's probably like some Kevin Samuel stuff, right? Like until her like right before her late 20s versus a man is in his prime around like 30-ish, 35. What they said, right?
Yes.
What would your take be on that for women who are like, dang, I went to college or whatever, I have fun, I didn't want to be in a serious relationship, and now I missed my window, I'm not a first round draft pick. And now these men, they've, seasoned, their jobs have turned over, they're making money now they're in their prime, but it seems like they've already got their woman. Does that put me at a disadvantage now that makes me have to be like just chasing what I feel like I missed? FOMO.
Well, if you feel like your life is predicated on having a man's validation, right? Because you're really not missing out on anything, especially if you learn the nature and the psychology of a man. First and foremost, women have to understand that men approach things from the foundation of sex, their biology. And women are not going to change the fact that men biologically want youth and beauty. The aspect of youth is critical because it's predicated on reproduction. This is a biological wiring that a woman is not going to change. She needs to understand that men are not approaching them from the mind. They're approaching them from the body. And you can't force a man to operate from the mind space. He's going to operate from the body space. Now, this is where women go wrong and destroy themselves, because the key to femininity is mind over matter. The mental realm is the feminine realm, which is the reason why women are more delusional than males, because males are very physical in every aspect of the conversation. Women are very mental, and there is a reason for that. And this reason has everything to do with spiritual principles and not necessarily biology. Women are trying to approach relationships from a quote-unquote mind space, or trying to force men to see relationships from that space. So because of that, women feel like they're missing out because they can't get a man to accept them sexually at a higher age. This is where women have to have more independence, more self-confidence, more self-awareness, and be more in tune with her nature and self, as opposed to seeking validation from a man, because the validation that you're going to get is going to be based solely on his biology, period. And because of that, when a man gets wealth, it's hard for men to fight to be able to get access to those types of females that they want in abundance. When men either work on themselves a lot and make it, they want to reward themselves with what they've always desired. they don't want women who are outside of what they really desire physically, because those males are not operating mentally. They see no value in the intangible unless you're submissive and jump to his every whim. If you don't want to be that and you want an equal partner mentally, number one, you have to elevate yourself beyond that. But a woman can't elevate herself beyond that because she's too busy looking back trying to figure out what a man is doing and who he wants to be with. So women end up stunting their own growth due to their level of desire and deficiencies within themselves.
So the woman watching this right now, or the man watching this right now, what if they're like, well, dang, Princella, what do I got to do to find that harmonious relationship that works? Because it seems like if I start loving them, am I weak? You know what I'm saying? Am I doing it wrong? If I start loving them, am I wrapping myself around them to where I'm not me anymore?
Well, they will, as long as they feel like love is what you give up to accommodate somebody else. They'll definitely give themselves up. Here's the thing. You ever heard the saying that opposites attract? But you also heard like attracts like, right? When you get into, the law of attraction and stuff. So that creates a little bit of confusion. Which one is it?
Right.
What if I told you it was both? But the difference is what for?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Opposites do attract. But what reason do they attract? They attract because of curiosity, number one. They say curiosity killed the cat. And through the curiosity of the difference, what ends up happening is people actually go in to look for things that are very similar to them. They don't look for the differences. They look for the alikeness. They may be drawn by the perceived differences, but what they're looking for is likeness. And what happens is that people who are opposites, they end up attracting each other to try to conquer each other, to try to force the other one to be more like them. But why does like attract? Birds of a feather flock together. Right? Like attracts like to be in harmony. Well, here's the problem. Men and women are biologically different. You're opposites physically. And because of your physical differences in your reality, you all see the world in different ways. So when you attract each other, you're both trying to conquer each other and force the other one into your world. So a man wants to take a woman out of her world and bring her into his. She wants to take him out of his world and bring him into hers, which creates an endless fight between the two.
What about the power exchange to when the women win, the man gets on his knee, proposes, marries, and then now he's trying to stay in the relationship as the faithful man, do what he does. He's married now, right? How do you see, because obviously people's relationships are different, but how do you see how that power exchange changes? Because now it's like the woman's completely in control, because then now if the man messes up, he's a weak man.
Correct. So what I'll say, in a way, is that not all marriages actually end with the woman being in control. It's a perceived level of control, because sometimes a man will marry a woman as a power move to tip the power in his hands. Not all men who marry are in a vulnerable position. Some men marry and they are in an extremely favorable position, right? They may get a naive woman, right? And trap her, right? And knock her up with kids to where she can't go anywhere, right?
Can Stonyfield organic yogurt with high-quality ingredients and no harmful pesticides save the world? Maybe not, but it could save you from saying, we have food at home.
Families like ours must keep moving to survive.
If Mama were alive, what would she do?
Bauer tools give you the confidence to take on challenging home projects. With hundreds of corded and cordless tools and accessories, Bauer enables you to complete tough vehicle maintenance and repairs, manage difficult landscaping projects, tackle demanding home renovations, and even turn your garage into a workshop. For all your current and future projects, Bauer is ready to deliver. Bauer, heavy duty guaranteed.
She has to deal with whatever he brings because she might not have.
Can't leave him because that's the father of your kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So every man that marries is not actually in a vulnerable position because it could be a power move because women just want validation. Women are the ones who go crazy over, oh, he married me. Most men actually don't care about marriage. They really don't want to trap themselves. But if a man decides to quote unquote trap himself, a lot of times there's a strategic move behind the reason that he's given the woman the validation of marriage. Because 70% of divorces are filed by women.
Mm-hmm.
That number increases to 90% when the woman is college educated. So men end up actually benefiting in ways, but also they do take a hit. A lot of men take a hit because when women get married to men, they get married because they think they just got ownership of a man.
Mm-hmm.
That now this is my man, all of his money is mine, all of his attention is mine, and all of his physical pleasures are mine. Well, because men are being trapped and they have lower levels of being able to withstand the pressures of society, it ends up being a locked in position for him if he indeed moves into it with a delusional idea that, oh, I'm trying to change my life and settle down, trying to do what society says. If he approaches it from that angle, he ends up suffering because the additional weight that's placed on top of him in the marriage from the woman who has no understanding of male neurology and male nature, she inadvertently adds more stress and more pressure on the male, which makes him hate the marriage and makes him ultimately want to distance himself from the house. This part drives him to cheat. This part drives him to shut down when he's in the house. So there's a lot of things that go on depending on why a man chose to marry a certain woman. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So someone right now is watching and they're like, who's Priscilla to tell me all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the hardest lesson that you've been through in your journey of love, relationships, and all of the above?
So when I came to the conclusion about love, when I got the download, it was in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
right? So prior to that, I thought I was moving in love
Mm-hmm.
with different people. But what I realized is that I was moving also with a romanticized view
Mm-hmm.
of how a man is supposed to be. And how did you get that? Obviously from media. Media, more so movies. A lot of people like to blame Disney. But I don't blame Disney
Mm-hmm.
because those are cartoons. I blame movies.
Mm-hmm.
I blame radio.
Mm-hmm.
Because those songs and the images that you watch on reality shows or movies like Set It Off, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Blair Underwood and Stoney?
Mm-hmm.
That whole romanticized view of this banker, right? That has more of an impact than Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
want to blame Disney, but it's more so movies like that take real people, create real life scenarios, and make you believe that this is how men are coming to you. You listen to the music and you're not really listening to it, but the sound makes it sound like love songs. When they're actually, when you listen to the lyrics of these words, these are not love songs at all. But in passive listening and entertainment, feeling the music, it feel like a love song. And how they put the emotion when they singing, oh girl, stay with me. Yeah, it sounds soulful and they make you feel it. But they actually saying some BS on top of the music, right? That makes you approach love and relationships from a certain angle. When I came to realize about love, irrespective of gender, I realized that these 5 components are critical for being in love. As I then began to proceed in life, still dealing in relationships and with people, it started to dawn on me that this was not the case, right? So at the hands of me believing in the possibility of love, I opened up the opportunity for males who understood ain't no love in these streets, right?
Yeah.
I told you I was a car salesman for 3.5 years, and what I tell you, they whole motto was, it's a new fool born every day. And then they come in there and try to buy a car and get their brains knocked off, right? Because they don't know nothing.
Right.
Well, this is how you walk in the world with all of these beautiful ideals. You open up the door for people who've been living a while and realize ain't no love in these streets. So I took some L's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took some L's. You know, I've been in domestic violence situations and rape situations. I've had men take money from me, all because I thought something about men that was not true. Because if I didn't think that, I would have never opened the door up for them to walk in, for that to happen. And so that's the way I try to approach or show women. Ultimately, you're responsible for the issues that you experience with men because you think wrong things about love and you think very wrong things about men that are opening up endless opportunities for males to get and do whatever it is that they want to do.
Yeah. So like, you're a very pretty woman, right? So when you were coming up and dating and all this type of stuff, where do you feel like, before you had your download, right? Where do you feel like what you were doing? Because I'm sure what you were doing was probably what you just believed what you were supposed to do. And you're like, I like him, he likes me, we're going on dates, all of that. What was the trauma that just changed it all?
Oh, man.
Because most women are walking just like you. They're like, guys holler at me, they say they want to go out. That probably happened to you. I'm sure it happened to you, and you went on dates and stuff. And then one day it was just like, you just started like seeing a different view through your glasses. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the way I approach dealing with relationships, I always approach, because I'm not physically driven. Actually.
And let's talk about, when you say that, not physically driven, right?
Right.
Because most people probably do look at a relationship off of physical, right? Especially on the male side, you know what I'm saying? Because on the male side, they may find a woman that has great conversation, great connection, but if she doesn't have the look, they just can't commit, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
And here's the thing, men just aren't wired to commit at all anyway. They're just wired to conquer women. So here's the thing. Beauty is a man will stick his thing anywhere. And if you happen to be beautiful enough